disconnected from Bombay's hustle and bustle. When once you come here, you feel so peaceful. But sometimes you may get lost in the peace. And so today, did you announce the topic?
No, the group I announced.
Okay.
Now here
We thought of discussing about chess. How many here play chess or know how to play chess? Any masters here? Master chess players?
grandmasters.
Not grandmasters, it's masters. So the games that have been in India, they all have a very sequential purpose. Govind explains that children they start with langdi. Langdi कितने लोग ने खेला? Kids, langdi खेला है? आपने खेला langdi? You have played langdi? No? Doesn't know? Ayush, you played langdi? Who has played children? Lalit, you have played? Can you show how langdi is played? Once. Stand up and show. No? Sure. कैसे खेलते हैं लंगड़ी? Fearful? Shy? Nervous. आपने खेला लंगड़ी? नहीं खेला? तो एक बार दिखाओ इधर.
Extra plate प्रसाद मिलेगा.
Yes. Just take a step. खेला ये? नहीं खेला? Only Candy Crush. हाँ? Hopscotch. Have you played that? You have played that?
Sure. Very similar to hopscotch.
You have not played. Please play.
He played the role of Hanuman.
So that is hopping over a ocean.
Langda ne kila langan kiya.
So the Indian games, especially the children start to play.
Can you kindly mute somebody else's unmute? A lot of disturbance is coming. Mute everyone, please. Mute everyone.
Maybe someone who is here only is audio
Online. Okay. It's okay, bro. I muted everyone.
And did you spot that? This is a folk or a decade.
I'll do.
So what does Langdi teach? Langdi game जो खेले balance, courage, balance and also courage. गिर गया, चोट लग गया. कितने लोग इधर खेलते हुए चोट लगा है? Except kids because they only play mobiles.
वो खेलते तो दूसरों को मार लगा.
गिर जाता है. नहीं आप मोबाइल लेते हैं, busy रहते हैं. Take this harmonium. Keep it on the side.
It requires concentration also. Lot of concentration.
Concentration के लिए दूसरा एक game.
This also requires lot of concentration.
Balance teaches is mainly taught by Langdi. And then concentration is taught by Goti. Or what is that? You put 7 things on rocks, Pittu, and then you have to hit it. Pittu क्या है? सब बड़े लोग खेले, बच्चे नहीं खेले इधर. Reverse हो गया क्या? So then then as you age, you start to learn different uh, values, skills for life, balance, focus, which are so essential for our growth. And then comes games like chess. What does chess teach? Mainly concentration, focus.
What are that person thinks?
Understanding the other person's psychology. Can you give me the chess board? I carry a chess board with me. Whenever I feel bored, I play with myself. नहीं, it's just for a demonstration. वो गिरेगा नहीं, वो मैग्नेटिक है. उल्टा भी करेंगे गिरेगा.
It's magnetic.
So the Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, I teach it as a chessboard game. But before uh, learning Gita as a chessboard game, how many of you are interested to learn? Okay. I want 3 kids as volunteers. I want 3 kids. They should be of same height. ठीक है, खड़े हो जाओ. आप एक खड़े होगे, आप एक खड़े होगे. ठीक है. What is your name? चलेगा. यहाँ पे थोड़ा जगह बना दो. I'm going to make a game. Side में होगा. What's your name?
Ayush.
Yours? Vignesh. आपका क्या है नाम?
मैथिली.
मैथिली. 4 लोग. ओके. तो ठीक है, थोड़ा गेम को थोड़ा कम मैथिली. नहीं? अरे डर गई. Okay. What's your name?
Kapish.
Kapish,
Ayush.
Ayush, and Vignesh. Now, with 3 of them, we just going to play 2 minutes of the game, musical chair. Okay? So just get 2 chairs in the middle here. 2 चेयर लेके आ जाइए. थोड़ा जगह बना दीजिए. ये गेम कितने लोगों ने खेला है? बच्चों ने? हाँ. Keep it in the center. नहीं, कैसे घूमेगा कैसे?
We need some space on.
Yes. मेरे ऊपर मत गिरना. Okay. What is the music? I'll play the music. Okay. Who will win? Who will win here? आप में से किस तीनों को किसको लग रहा है? कौन? Okay. So you know the rules of the game, right? दोनों एक ही चेयर में नहीं बैठे. Although you are small size, you can literally all 3 sit in one chair only. एक जो पहला बैठा वही बैठा. खींचने का नहीं. बाद में उनके ऊपर गुस्सा नहीं करने का. Okay. Let's start. Go in row. No, clockwise. This way. सबसे बड़ा ये हार गया. Now remove one chair. Let us see who wins, blue or yellow. T20 चल रहा है ना? Yellow कौन सा कलर है? नहीं T20 बोल रहा हूँ CSK और ग्रुप
मुंबई इंडियंस
मुंबई इंडियंस आज मैच है थोड़ा पीछे ले लो अभी गेम थोड़ा इंटेंस हो जाएगा Ayush is the winner of today's match. But thanks to all of them. It's a funny game, but it has a lot of lesson about life. And this is where the Bhagavad Gita starts. Now, Ashish and Ayush and Vignesh. Name is Vignesh. Kapish and Ayush, na? And पहले था Vignesh. There were 2 chairs and 3. And then, unfortunately, in life, what you want to have is always somebody else is competing for it. Whether it be job, whether it be a piece of cake, whether it be a girl or a boy, and we kind of looking for that opportunity, how we can win that space, because the resources that are in this world are limited, but the desire to have that resource may not be limited. Multiple people will want to have same post in the company. होता है in HPCL project. There is intense musical chair happening. और वो चेयर के आजू बाजू नहीं नाचता है, वो बॉस के सामने नाचता है. That he's trying to impress the boss and trying to show that how he is better to occupy that chair. And in the way back, 5,000 years back, also there was only one chair, the chair of Hastinapur's throne. और जहाँ पे ऐसे आज forget again the name. Ayush और कपिश दोनों ही पांडव हैं. यहाँ पे किसी को कौरव और पांडव नहीं बोलूँगा. But 2 sides were aiming at the same chair. And because Bhishma, he tried to cut the chair into 2 pieces. ये जब 2 बच्चे झगड़ते हैं, anyone here has kids of similar age? मतलब 2-3 साल का ही फर्क है. Twins. अभी आए हैं twins, like 1-2 साल 2-3 साल का ही फर्क है उनके हैं. हाँ पर what is the age difference?
1 year.
1 year. 1 year. समिता और इनका कितना है?
6 years.
6 years. Okay. But I'm sure they must also be fighting.
Siblings मतलब fight.
My brother has twins. This in Chicago. So I wanted to send DTs for them. तो मैं पूछा, एक को सीताराम भेजता हूँ, एक को राधा कृष्ण भेजता हूँ, छोटा सा. सर प्रभु जी वो भैया वो गलती बिल्कुल मत करना, क्योंकि तो ना सीताराम होगा ना राधा कृष्ण होगा, उधर युद्ध होगा, कौरव पांडव हो जाएगा. No matter what you send the same item, because even in the same thing sometimes थोड़ा सा किसी में क्रीम थोड़ा ज्यादा है, and children make an issue out of it. That no, I want that piece only. So this chess of life represents that cake, that thing that which we all are wanting to fight for. And what Bhishma did is that Bhishma tried to cut the cake into two parts, partition. And did partition work? Did it work in 1947? So compromise, making equal marks doesn't work till that person is happy with that. Unfortunately, in this world, like if you go to Amazon or a shopping mall, even if you buy the best product, and if you go to Govindas, even if you order the tastiest item that you might have thought of, still if you see someone else with some other item, you start to think maybe I should have ordered that. Or on Amazon, if you buy something, or what, and still you're dissatisfied because you don't know whether you got the best deal, is it the best product, will it arrive in time, so many things. So there's always so much struggle about acquiring things in this world. And so the desires that are there in our heart don't allow us to be peaceful. Those desires constantly keep us disturbed. And in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, we see a very disturbed person, the Dhritarashtra. He is not going to the battlefield. He घर में बैठा है, but he is very disturbed whether things are going on properly or not in the battle. And he inquires, Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yutsava mamaka pandavasyeva बच्चे any kids? What is the last line? Kim akurvata sanjaya. That. So he's inquiring that, and behind his inquiry, Sri Prabhupada writes that there is a desire to have the throne that their children win. Along with the desire to have it is also a fear that will their children succeed. जब कोई इस बच्चों का सभी कोई एग्जाम हो गया हो, everybody is on vacation, छुट्टी है सबको. तो एग्जाम के टाइम पे क्या होता है? एग्जाम के टाइम पे there is a desire to pass the exam. There is also fear of will we pass, कि मैं पास होऊंगा क्या? Any other fear that is there during the exam? हाँ, ये बहुत लो टाइप का हो गया. ये भी है, will I pass? But there is another thing that will I be the first top ranker? क्योंकि आज के जमाने में पास होके कुछ फायदा नहीं है. अभी आईआईटी के रिजल्ट्स में 100% कितने लोगों को मिला? 40 लोगों को. 40 people scored 100 out of 100. I don't know how they gave first rank, second rank. Ideally, all of them should be same as rank 1 to all of them. So there is that fear also, fear of losing, fear of not succeeding. So Dhritarashtra, in his mind, is having both these emotions. इच्छा भी है और भय भी है. Like coming for satsang, you have a desire to go, but there is fear. What if I miss the best match of the T20? और नो व्हाट इफ माय नो कल मेरा जो प्रेजेंटेशन है या जॉब में जो है मुझे रेस्ट नहीं मिलेगा whatever. So everything that we do is a mixture of desire and fear. Some of us are more conscious of the desire, and most of us are more conscious of the fear. There is one game called as temple run. ये सबको पता होगा बच्चों, बड़ों को किसी को पता नहीं होगा, नहीं पता ना temple run. So temple run is a game where the person goes to a temple, and the moment he enters a temple, there is a monster who comes out. पुजारी आपके पीछे पड़ा है, पैसा दो. The monster comes, and the guy starts to run away. And the whole game is how the monster is running after this guy because he came to the temple. मंदिर गया इसके लिए शनि पकड़ लिया. ये मंदिर जा रहे हो इसके लिए तुम्हारा जब कर रहे हो ये कर रहे हो, therefore you are having problems. So the name seems to be temple run, but it is not running to the temple like so many devotees, Ramana Prabhu and Himanshu Prabhu. Sunday morning they all run to the temple, come to the temple. But this game is about running away from the temple. And some fear or other is not allowing us to be peaceful. It is कुछ तो अपने जीवन में भय है जिसके कारण एज इन बॉम्बे भी से झक मार के काम कर रहे हैं. Are we so many that go to work? अरे मुझे जॉब से प्रेम है, I want to work. जाते हैं out of love for the job. Yes. No, not in reality. Very few times, maybe if we are going to get the paycheck that day. We are all, motivated by fear that if I don't turn up, if I don't perform, I'll be sacked, or no, I'll be blamed. So because of this fear, to avoid problems, we are all running. But also there is a desire to acquire that. And those who run just to avoid problems, they are more disturbed. And Krishna calls them as ardho, distressed. And they come to God just to want relief from those problems. That I want to just avoid my problems. And there are some who come to God seeking for some benefit, that they look forward to something and they want. And Dhritarashtra is having this whole mixture of emotions of desire to have the throne, but also the fear of losing his children. कि बच्चों को मैं कहीं कुर्बान तो नहीं कर रहा हूँ मेरी इच्छाओं को पूरी करने के लिए, या कई बच्चे बिगड़ तो नहीं जाएंगे सत्संग में जाके, वहां पे पांडव है कृष्ण है. तो Dhritarashtra's fear was that whether or not my children will be alive, that is a good thing. Another fear he had was whether my children will continue to be demoniac. कहीं बिगड़ नहीं जाएंगे, क्योंकि सत्संग में जाते हैं तो लोग धृतराष्ट्र को 5000 साल से हो डर है. That people fear going to, if husband is going, the wife fears कहीं ये तुकाराम ना बन जाए. और अगर वाइफ जा रही है तो ये कहीं ये मीराबाई ना बन जाए कि मैं तो जोगन. तो These two are what is going on both in the mind of Dhritarashtra and also in the mind of दुर्योधन. दुर्योधन के मन में भी एक चल रहा है कि मैं दोनों कर पाऊंगा कि नहीं. दोनों, that whether I'll be able to win or not. And therefore he goes to, so when there is desire or fear, what do? According to the desires that we are having, we start to see the world in that way. Prabhupada used to say, आत्मवान मन्यते जगत. जैसा हम हैं, हम उस हिसाब से दुनिया को देखते हैं. There's a nice story that once a wife was complaining about neighbors. That the neighbors are so dirty, कपड़ा देखो कितना गंदा है. And one day, she saw that the neighbors were no more having dirty laundry.
The husband says that our window was dirty.
Yes, you know the story. So the husband had cleaned the window, and then it was her own dirt with which she was seeing dirt in others. If someone is greedy, he starts to see everywhere कि कोई ना कोई इसको चोरी करने के लिए बैठा है. Very common example among devotees I'll give. जब छप्पन भोग होता है इधर कभी कभी छप्पन भोग. When छप्पन भोग happens, आपका क्या favorite item है? Anything. What is your favorite item? Sweet. मतलब रात को 12 बजे भी उठाएंगे, पेट भर के भी रहेगा, वो आइटम देंगे तो खाएंगे. उसको फेवरेट. रसगुल्ला. आपका क्या फेवरेट? What do you like to eat? Sweet. Which one? You don't know. Any sweet? Gulab jamun?
Yeah. Yes.
Or ice cream? Which one you like? Gulab jamun or ice cream? Both. Okay. Let's say ice cream. So, in the Chappan Bhog, there is रसगुल्ला. और आपने 6 महीने से रसगुल्ला नहीं खाया है. खाया? 6 महीने से रसगुल्ला खाया था? नहीं खाया है. हाँ? 6 महीने से नहीं खाया ना? खाने का बहुत इच्छा हो रहा है. पता नहीं इसकी फीस में क्या है. And रसगुल्ला is there in the Chappan Bhog. माता जी ने बनाया, किसने बनाया?
मिलने वाले थे.
आपका क्या नाम है? श्री चंदन. There is ice cream. आपका नजर किधर रहेगा? भगवान के ऊपर रहेगा कि वो आइटम के ऊपर रहेगा? And you started to think, रसगुल्ला मिलेगा कि नहीं? किसी और का तो नजर नहीं है इसके ऊपर. और ज्यादा सोचेंगे, ऐसा लगेगा सब लोग वो रसगुल्ला को ही देख. Like a boy when he falls in love with a girl, उसको लगता है जब वो लड़की के साथ जा रहा है, उसको लगता है सारे लड़के मेरे गर्लफ्रेंड की तरफ ही देख रहे. That is called as Atmavan Manyate Jagat. The way you are, that's how you portray to the others that maybe they are also having the same kind of wish that you are having. But something mystical I have seen in Chappan Bhog or festivals, that भगवान आपको आइटम दे देते. How many have had this experience? कोई तो आइटम के ऊपर नजर पड़ गई आपको, एक बार नहीं, 2 बार नहीं, हर परिक्रमा में उसके ऊपर ही नजर पड़ रहा है और somehow or other without any political diplomatic managing somehow you get that idea. And Arjuna or the Duryodhana, they were having this desire to fight. And when the desire to fight is there, obviously Duryodhan is also seeing them as कि मुझे चाहिए because I want to rule. They want because they also want to rule. He's not seeing them as right or wrong. He's seeing them. So everything that you see in the world around us, as per the desire, you see that situation as an opportunity to fulfill your desire or as an obstacle to hamper your desire. That say no, you go for a job interview. When you go for a job interview, you see no one else has come for the interview. आप अकेले गए. You see, this is my best opportunity to get the job. But after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you start to see that और 5 लोग आ गए. अभी वो 5 लोगों को आप कैसे देखेंगे? ये मेरे competitors हैं. They are my obstacles to fulfill the desire. Or no, not for you. I won't focus on you. One guy falls in love with a girl and he sees 5 more are also trying. Then he sees them as obstacles. So, based on the desire that we carry, the world around us, this chessboard, in this chessboard, we see each one as a opportunity or an obstacle. Key, and if somebody is fulfilling our desires, helping that situation, then we call that as favorable or friendly. And if something is going to hamper our desires, like अभी गर्मी है, and how many of you like summer? बच्चों को तो अच्छा लगना चाहिए, छुट्टी मिलता है. How many of you like winter? Proper winter है, बॉम्बे का winter है. ठंडी लगी है, मुंह से धुआं निकल रहा है बिना सिगरेट का. How many of you like Delhi cold? How many of you like rainy season? Rainy season यहाँ पे तो पूरा हरभरा हो जाता हो. I especially go every rainy season to GV just to see the green, fresh green. So we, according to the desire and fear we carry, maybe because of the body type or anything, we see that situation as an opportunity or an obstacle for my happiness. Summer, for those who don't mind heat, of course, too much summer, no one will always be distressful. But in general, summer, those who are Vata Prakriti, they like. But those who are Pitta Prakriti, जिनको सुबह सुबह भूख लगता है, गुस्सा ज्यादा आता है, उनको समर में तो उनका हालत खराब होता है. So every situation, whether it be weather, whether it be a person, whether it be different things, you see that as an opportunity or an obstacle. So in the chess of life, there is the gray squares and there are the white squares. The gray squares are the fears and the white squares are the desires. And we constantly try to maneuver in the field of desires. How I can achieve my fulfillment. And different situations, इसको आगे कर दिया कि सिपाही को, and the other guy puts something else in front. you see that as an opportunity. I can go and kill. Of course, either मैंने आकर. You see that as an opportunity that I can kill. But if situation slightly changes, चले मैं इसको मार दूंगा तो मेरा तो घोड़ा पूरा expose हो जाएगा. So Duryodhana, he started to see the battlefield and the people that were in his team on the opposite side with this mixed vision. My who is going to help me? Who is going to stop me? Opportunistic, as we say. कि क्या there opportunities है for me to fulfill my desires? And what are those obstacles that are going to stop me from fulfilling my desires? And Duryodhana, he saw the emotional connect that Bhishma and Drona had with Pandavas as an obstacle. कि मेरे खुद के लोग दुश्मन को प्रेम करते हैं. So first he wanted to remove the internal obstacles जो घर में ही. And why was there such no uh, favoritism or affection towards the Pandavas? Because they didn't do anything purposefully trying to appease them. There was no appeasement policy there. It was because of the character that they carry. Sometimes even in jobs, some no please the boss by doing the work well, and some just try to please the boss because thinking that ultimately that's what matters. काम कितना भी करोगे, वो वो खुश नहीं हुआ तो क्या फायदा? But the best way is that you be friendly, you be courteous to the superiors, but at the same time you do your deeds, you live by dharma. And Duryodhana and Pandavas, they were like that. They were loved by everyone because they had that respect, affection for all. At the same time, the these two personalities, Bhishma and Drona, they had they didn't want to fight with Kauravas, with Dhritarashtra, with Duryodhana. But so many times we are stuck in a situation where we are helpless. कि आपको पता है, I shouldn't be supporting this, but because of some factor, you support. Of course, Krishna condemns that. Krishna ultimately, both of them lose their lives. But the the lesson to learn is that based on the desires and fears we carry, that's where we start to see. And for just we just celebrating Rasim Chaturdashi, Prahlad Maharaj was very much against this vision to see the world as friends and enemies. And this is all what is politics, is diplomacy, where without seeing the spiritual principle that is motivating everyone, the Krishna element, we divide the world based on who is fulfilling my desires and who is stopping in hampering my desires. And Prahlad Maharaj, he condemns this whole theory of friends and enemies. Of course, it's not that we don't make a distinction who is going to harm me, who is not going to harm me. Gopal said that Krishna is there in the tiger, but that doesn't mean you go and embrace the tiger. You respect the tiger for its position, for Krishna being there. But in the dealings, you are practical. But at the same time, the respect element shouldn't be going. And the desires that we all carry is mainly for four things that I call as POPs. We have desire to have some people in our life or fear of some people. We have desire for objects, say some mobile, some house, some this or that. We have desire for positions, say in our career or with the society or status, and we have desire for situations that I should be maybe weather, maybe the family situation. So these four things is what goes on in people's minds. People, objects, positions, and situations. And we're constantly trying to adjust to that, adjust that. But no matter how much you try to adjust or make sure that things go your way, Arjuna, everything was ready for him. He had God with him. But what he lacked was that confidence, was that awareness that what he is doing is going to please him. So the next part of the chapter 1 is where that कितने लोग को ऐसा हुआ है कि चेस बोर्ड में कि आपका फोकस पूरा एक साइड में है और वो दूसरा व्यक्ति दूसरे साइड से सोच रहा है that you are thinking I'll go and I'll attack with my bishop मैं जाके उसको इससे मैं करूंगा और वो दूसरा व्यक्ति जो है he is thinking from another angle. And in life, there are so many angles to balance. एक तो है फिटनेस, हेल्थ. अगर जॉब के पीछे हेल्थ के ऊपर फोकस नहीं रखा, so in the chess of life, दुश्मन वहां से आके आपको मार देगा. So many doctors, in the pursuit of helping patients, they get sick. कितने cardio surgeons have cardiac issues because they neglect to take care of their own health. Therefore, they say, first people lose their health to gain wealth, and then they lose their wealth to try to regain the health they lost. There is statistics that 80% of the money that people earn, they spend in the 3 years of their life, last 3 years of their life, trying to save themselves. 80%. And nowadays, once you go to the hospital, the doctor cures you by his pills and kills you by his bills. There is any doctors here? No doctor. There is Sanskrit prayer in this. And the Sanskrit prayer is Vaidya Raja Namostupyam Yama Raja Sahodara. Oh Vaidya Raja, oh doctor, my obeisances to you, my namaskar to you, because you are the brother of Yamaraj. Oh, brother of Yamaraj. Yamaraja harani pranam tataiva dhanani cha. Yamaraj only takes, your brother only takes the life. But you take the money also. प्राण भी गया और धन भी गया. So we try to fix one aspect of our life, but then other aspect starts to break away. Recently, I met a devotee who was part of our youth group here, and then he had gone to some other city, and very cultured, very strong devotee. और वो टेम्पल वालों ने देखा कि ये तो चौपाटी से है, इसको प्रीची में लगाते. And he also liked because यहाँ पे कितने सालों सालों से कितने सारे devotees लेक्चर सुन रहे हैं, लेकिन लेक्चर देने का ना मौका मिलता ना कॉन्फिडेंस मिलता। बाहर कोई टेम्पल में गए, प्रभु जी चौपाटी के हैं, इनको बिठा दो व्यासासन। So many devotees have that experience. They go to some other temple and there they give. So this devotee was given the service of preaching. He was also starting to like it. He wanted to be a brahmachari, but family situation didn't allow him to be a join. He got married unwillingly. शादी नहीं करना है लेकिन अभी माता पिता के लिए करना पड़ा। बट मैं अंदर से ब्रह्मचारी ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाया तो क्या हुआ? And he kind of neglected his family, wife. Slowly, wife started to open her mouth. शुरू में तो गांव से थी, थोड़ा देखी, टाइम दिया। और when did she start to really blast? Once child has come. बच्चे होने के बाद फिर it is said, then whatever is there in the heart, then it comes out. अगर कुछ गलती उधर है, तब तक टॉलरेट हो जाता है। So she was, of course, she was suffering because she was literally coming from job and going to preach, coming at night, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, sleeping, morning getting up, going for Mangal Aarti. तुमको आना है तो आओ, नहीं तो नहीं. And over years he realized कि भाई घर में अगर शांति नहीं है तो भक्ति कैसे होगी? And there's some need for a supportive partner. And she started to hate his chanting. कि ये जो जप माला है मेरा सौदन है ये, जब देखो उसी के साथ पड़े रहते हैं, मेरे साथ समय बिता. And now he was asking me recently, तो मुझे मैं जप करूं कि भी पत्नी के साथ समय बिताऊं? मेरे पास 2 ही घंटा है शाम को, या तो मैं जप कर सकता हूं या पत्नी के साथ समय बिता सकता हूं. So when you focus on one aspect, then other aspects of life start to break apart. And none of us here are so capable that सारे चीजों को बैलेंस में it is best, like peak performance पे जॉब कर रहे हैं, बैलेंस में कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जॉब में दम नहीं है. या घर पे आ रहे हैं, you're giving time, but you don't have the energy because you have to spend time. So Duryodhana was worried that Bhishma and others, they may be focusing on one aspect, from the other aspects they'll be attacked. And this is what happens, that we are focused in one thing and life starts to break apart from the other aspects. And how do you balance that? That was the dilemma that Arjuna was having. Arjuna was saying that from the dharmic aspect it is right to fight, but from the family aspect it is not right to fight with your own family members. And in all this, both of them were not able to see the unseen will of God, or unseen strengths that they were carrying. कि इतना फोकस करके उसके ऊपर लग रहे थे, they were obsessed with their desire, that they were not able to see those things that are needed to be. दिखता नहीं है. जैसे ये लड़का है, उसको सब शुरू में समझ में नहीं आया, केवल अनदेखा कर दिया कि हाँ है, टाइम भी नहीं दिया तो चल जाएगा. नहीं चलेगा. body को, family को, job को, and the balancing factor, which is Krishna. Although Krishna was with Arjuna, even Arjuna got bewildered. दुर्योधन के पास तो बैलेंसिंग फैक्टर था ही नहीं. But with Arjuna, balancing factor is Krishna. Sutre Marigana Eva. Krishna says that I am that thread which now holds everything in this universe and in your life. ये जो फूल है ना, जो लगाया nicely strung, ये सब फूल को अगर मुझे इधर लगाना है, तो without this string is it possible? It's not possible. What does the string do? It holds everything together. That brings so much beauty to that whole thing. Same way Krishna says that I am that factor. If you know properly engage with me, I am the one who is going to hold you together. The story comes in the end of uh, Mahabharata war that Arjuna was asked by Krishna to get down from the chariot at the last day. And Arjuna said, Krishna, every day you get down as a chauffeur, as a driver, and you open the gate for me, the door for me. But if you say I'll get down, and once he got down, Krishna got down. And once Krishna got down, the whole chariot went burst like a time bomb. Pura उड़ गया वो, it burst into flames. And Arjuna was aghast. He said, ये क्या है Krishna? And Krishna said that there were so many forces, energies that were being thrown upon you. But because you were being guided by me, I was holding all those at par, at bay. And once now that the battle is over, I let all of that come onto the vehicle. So many times we are so one-sided vision that we lose the picture of the entire battle of life or field of life. The most important factor in life is the spirit soul, is the Atma. And we are only engaging in all this drama, and if we become too involved with the pawns, with this, and not knowing that this is just a role play that I am doing. This is not truly a minister. बस इसको हम मान रहे हैं, and what we think is, oh, this is great, this is, जैसे पहले के जमाने में जो गरीब का खाना था, अभी वो हेल्दी खाना हो गया. Millets. How many of you eat millets here? Millets is, it was considered spore food, and roti, rice, these are, for the upper class. In the olden times, millets were something that, jawar, bajra, makkah, those who, makkah is not a millet, but something like that. So, the whole thing has reversed now. For health, it is good to eat those millets more than even in the temples and many brahmacharis. Diabetes के लिए best है if you shift to millet diet. So that factor which Duryodhana was not seeing, and he was only estimating everything else in life apart from Krishna factor, and that spiritual element which is us, which we are so attached and engaged that we are not able to detach ourselves and see it properly. बच्चों के साथ कभी कभी होता है कि वो एग्जाम के इतना आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते हैं that they become fearful of that. हाथ कांपता है एग्जाम देते समय किसी का हाथ कांपा है. Arjuna's situation was like that he was not able to hold the pen. Anybody experience here? Elders, एग्जाम के टाइम पे हाथ काम रहा है, पैर काम रहा है, because you अपने उस मार्क्स के साथ उसके साथ इतना आइडेंटिफाई करें कि ये गया तो मेरा जीवन गया। और कुछ लोग रहते हैं, ये गया तो भी गया, कुछ प्रॉब्लम मुझे भी नहीं रहना चाहिए। और too much obsession or too much detachment, both are harmful. So Arjuna, he was not able to see. वो देख रहा था लेकिन भगवान को नहीं देख पाया वो। He was telling God all the opportunities, obstacles, but he was not connecting to the will of God. Therefore it is said, it is not just, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, लोग भगवान को मानते हैं लेकिन लोग भगवान की नहीं मानते। You got the difference? हम भगवान को मानते हैं लेकिन भगवान जो बोल रहे हैं उसको नहीं मानेंगे। लोग भगवान को मानते हैं लेकिन भगवान की नहीं मानते। भगवान ने बोला है कि मांसाहार मत करो, नहीं नहीं, वो हम नहीं मानेंगे। So if you truly connect to God, then you have to connect to the will of God. So Arjuna, initially he was disconnected from the will of God. Therefore, although Bhagwan सामने थे, still he became bewildered because वो अनदेखा हो गया। The element of Krishna, unless you truly become this satsangs, why do we do? So we constantly we are aware that why am I living this life? That Krishna factor, that spiritual factor should be constantly in the focus. If that is not in the focus, वो unseen हो जाता है. Although there are so many support factors, spiritually supporting factors for Arjuna, he couldn't see that. Then you become bewildered with your observation. You become biased in your observations. Like Arjuna started to see everyone has this biological connection. ये तो मेरा चाचा है, ये तो मेरा मामा है, ये तो मेरा पितामह है, ये मेरे वाइफ्स ब्रदर, क्या बोलते हैं, साला है। So he started to see everything from his own point of views, geocentric, self-centric vision, not able to see how is God seeing, and that's when he becomes totally checkmate. So when we don't see the bigger vision, or we become too attached to the game of life, that even so many times, yeah, most of the matches that happen, अगर वो बॉलर या बैट्समैन ने स्ट्रेस ले लिया, अभी यहाँ पे मारना ही है, तो क्या होता है, वो स्ट्रेस में वो आउट हो जाता है। बच्चे हो, कोई भी हो, कभी कभी in that anxiety to possess the desire, you actually don't even do normally जो जितना कर सकते उतना भी नहीं कर सकते। And that's what happened with Arjuna. He became so overwhelmed with that, his vision. He said, Krishna, मेरे vision में तो ये game ऐसा खेलना ही नहीं चाहिए. You should abandon the game. It's a, but Krishna said, the path to perfection doesn't lie in eventually leaving the game. Yes, we all have to leave the game. But there is a purpose for which we are all put in that game, to learn something. In a game of life, is learning important or winning important? तुमको winning important है, कोई छोटे मोटे के साथ बैठ जाओ और हमेशा खेलते रहो. But that is foolishness. We have to learn how to face different difficulties and grow more about it. And therefore, we always challenge ourselves. कि इसके साथ अभी हो गया और किसी के साथ और थोड़ा higher. So Arjuna was Duryodhana, They just were thinking of winning and losing. They were not seeing that what is the purpose for which this whole battle is being placed here. That was to teach the entire humanity a lesson that if you support dharma, you will be victorious. If you align yourself with the will of God, no matter how complex is the game of life, you will come out victorious. But if you don't align yourself, if you don't orient yourself to Krishna's vision, then एक छोटा सिपाही से भी आप मर सकते हैं. Small thing. What did Arjuna? What defeated Arjuna? Not कोई बाहर का फैक्टर डिफीट नहीं किया अर्जुन को. एक छोटा सा चीज, one thought, am I doing this right or wrong? His mind, in a wrong analysis, he became paralyzed. Nowadays, this is a very famous, prevalent, not famous, prevalent problem called as overthinking. इतना सोचते हैं, मैं उस व्यक्ति को बुलाऊं कि नहीं घर पे, बुलाऊंगा तो क्या होगा, नहीं बुलाऊंगा तो क्या होगा, बुला के, so much you do in your mind that in action you get bewildered. इसको पोस्टपोन कर दे, बुलाने में भी प्रॉब्लम है, नहीं बुलाने में भी प्रॉब्लम है, छोड़ दो. This is what Arjuna became so paralyzed by his analysis, overthinking, that he wanted to give up the entire fight only. Two things people do. कुछ खरीदना है, इतना रिसर्च करते हैं इंटरनेट पे, अमेज़न पे ये प्रोडक्ट, सब्जी खरीदने के लिए चाकू चाहिए, और चाकू डालेंगे 10 प्रकार का आएगा. एक चाकू है जो आलू को पूरा एक साथ ही चीर देगा, देखा आपने? उसमें डालेंगे पूरा फिंगर चिप्स आएगा. मैकडॉनल्ड जाने का जरूरत नहीं. दूसरा एक रहेगा जिसमें आपको कटिंग बोर्ड जरूरत नहीं है, उसी में कटिंग बोर्ड रहता है, बस भेंडी लिया है, कुछ भी लिया, उधर ही कट कट कट. And you see all these options. खरीदा भी तो भी स्ट्रेस में रहेंगे. नहीं, और लगेगा ये चाकू लेकर मेरे को काम. Just an example of overthinking. And that's what happened with Arjuna. That सोच के वो, his energy was drained, and this is called as decision paralysis. That think about those things that are important. So many of us spend time for those things, for those things that are not that important. क्या खाऊं मैं? इधर इटालियन है, उधर चाइनीज है, इधर साउथ इंडियन है, और सारा देख के आधा एनर्जी उधर ही खत्म होता है डिसाइड करने क्या खा. कुछ लोग सोचते हैं सबसे ज्यादा भीड़ कहाँ लगा है, अरे वो पानी पूरी काउंटर में सबसे ज्यादा भीड़ लगा. Maybe that is the best. Vox populi. You go by numbers. But if your system is acidic already, if you eat pani puri, कल सुबह पूरी पानी हो जाएगी. और सबको अदर वे, जहाँ पे भीड़ नहीं वहां पे जाते भाई, शांति रहेगी. और जो, so like this, in the game of life, when desires overcome us, we go through this whole pattern. First is desires, and then as per the desires, you see world as opportunities or obstacles. You see devotees, people as, ये मेरा friend है कि enemy है. You just bias yourself, and then you don't see what is so much important, the spiritual element, the spiritual factor. खाने में क्या इम्पोर्टेंट है, टेस्ट है कि डाइजेशन? बोलते हैं हाँ, करते हैं उल्टा। फटाक से बोल दिया डाइजेशन। माँ कल देगी आपको डाइजेस्ट, वो इजिएस्ट डाइजेशन, और बगल में देगी मैगी। सोचे को डाइजेशन, वो तो क्लास में हो गया। This is the no issue with us. We know, but हाथों में वो ताकत नहीं है अच्छे चीज को करने की। और कभी कभी पता ही नहीं कि क्या सही है। Confusion leads to no action or what do you call, कुछ भी करो चलेगा। कोई बोलता है, कोई आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर बोलता है कि पानी जो है बैठ के पीना चाहिए, और दूसरे डॉक्टर बोलते हैं दूध जो है खड़े रह के पीना चाहिए। सुना है आपने? ये डॉक्टर ने तो बोला कि पानी जो है वो बैठ के भी नहीं, खड़े रह के भी नहीं, जानवर जैसा। जानवर को प्रॉब्लम क्यों नहीं होता है? क्योंकि वो नीचे, मुंडी नीचे करके पीते हैं, और मानव ह्यूमन का तो ओनली स्पीशीज जो ऊपर करके पीते हैं, इसके लिए प्रॉब्लम। और ज्यादा सोचोगे पानी भी नहीं कैसे भी। So therefore, important thing is to align with the will of God and know that whether Krishna says in the Gita, every way will have a fault, no matter what you do. You choose best of the bad bargain. Whatever is the best in this situation, you choose that, but what is important is growth, is learning, rather than being perfect or not being blamed. ब्लेम तो आएगा, आप सत्संग में बैठो ब्लेम आएगा, कोई बोलेगा टाइम बर्बाद कर रहे हैं आप, घर में टाइम नहीं दे रहे। आप घर में बैठेंगे भी तो भी ब्लेम आएगा। Therefore, don't worry about blame or success, this or that. Worry about, am I pleasing God? Am I growing in my relationship with God? Arjuna forgot that. Duryodhana का तो equation में नहीं था. And that's what is the chapter 1, which takes us to the next chapter where Arjuna submits. Maybe overthinking is I can't figure this out myself. I need Google. I need Guru who will show me the bigger picture of this game. The game is not just happening here, the game is happening in the heart, the emotions, the psychology. And one who can see both the field and the knower of the field, जो field को देख रहा है, he can properly play. Otherwise, so many, इतना एक गेम में इतना एनर्जी डाल देते हैं कि अगला 2 साल तक वो खेल ही नहीं पाते। Some devotees put so much enthusiasm initially, later they are gone only. So that shouldn't happen. So therefore, through this chessboard, there's first chapter. First chapter is, I usually explain to this. So just as a remembrance, आपको याद रखने के लिए, first chapter में जो है, so D stands for desires and fears, with which Arjuna and everyone was overcome. Then comes opportunities and obstacles. Based on desires and opportunities, you see that. And desires and fears are this checker boxes. Okay. Opportunities and obstacles is the chess pieces. किसी को हम opportunity देखते हैं, किसी को हम obstacle देखते हैं. ये सब के लिए ये obstacles है, और एक दूसरा friends है, chess pieces. Then unseen strengths, which we are not able, because we are of only one-sided, we are not able to see the other situations. Is like the mind of the other person. वो दिखता नहीं हमको, लगता है अरे ये तो ऐसा खेल रहा है, तो आप फ्यूचर उसका स्ट्रेटजी को नहीं समझ रहे. You are not able to see what is the way in which, like sometimes in over, the guy is bowling on one side only, and the batsman is saying अभी ये ball ऐसी डाले, but to able to see the consciousness of the other person, the unseen, the bigger picture. And when we focus only on one situation, bias observations, we are only not wanting to protect the horse or the elephant or whatever, and we forget that the main factor is the queen. The queen. The main factor is the queen, the soul, or God. When we forget that, then we become bewildered and we are totally checkmate. We are or thinking, overthinking paralyzes us, and we are not able to take any step further. बच्चा जो है IIT we used to call as nubbed. Nubbed means nervous breakdown. ये nubbed में गया अभी. मतलब वो इतना fearful हो गया वो situation को देख के कि कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा है. And so many times, so nowadays depression is such a common thing because of overthinking or thinking without the spiritual factor, without the will of God, without the spiritual element that is there. So this, there's the emotions of the players which checkmate us. And this way, the chapter begins, the Gita begins with the battlefield of life where we all have to fight some or other battle. We cannot just think I won't be able to face any challenges. We'll all have to face. But if we face it in the right way, taking the right direction, like Arjuna, ऐसा नहीं कि छतरी डालने से थोड़ा भीगेंगे नहीं, लेकिन पूरा बीमार होने से तो बच जाए. Same way, if you follow the Gita, it doesn't mean that कोई भी परेशानी नहीं आएगी. You'll have some issues, but it won't drown you. You will still be afloat. Man, when it is with Krishna, it becomes steady. That's why it is called as mandir. मंदिर मतलब जहाँ पे मन को करेज स्टेडीनेस मिलता है, नहीं तो ये मन तो बह जाता है इमोशंस में बाकी चीजों में. We'll stop here. Did I go over time? Sorry. Any questions or will I keep them now? 5 minutes. So thank you very much.